Hello and welcome, I'm Mystical, this is Mystical Gaming. We're jumping into Watcher Realms. Patch has come out for the Forerunner, so bear in mind this is the Forerunner, not the Global. Let's not get confused there. Now, for those of you who don't know, what generally happens is Forerunner will get a patch, the next week the Forerunner will get another patch, then they sort of see how it goes, and then it goes on to the global server, okay, as sort of both patches go on as one large patch onto the global server. So this is the first in the cycle. There's probably another 3 to 4 weeks away before this hits global. Okay, right, let's run through it. What I'll do, instead of just reading a wall of text, is I would jump through so you can see the heroes and what's actually changed, and we'll have a play around with bits of kit that have changed as well. Okay, so let's go and have a look at the first change. I'll just go through the gallery because it makes it easier whether I've got the hero or not, then we can have an actual look at it. So the first change is just done on here, and it is just with respects to this bit here, the Wizard's Rune. So there's just a sentence added on, and it can be granted to allied heroes with Sanctuary. Now the allied hero that does Sanctuary is Anora, so if you've got Anora, then this buff can be applied to her. So if we come out and have a quick look at her herself, there we go. It's just because she gains Sanctuary, which immune to most buffs and debuffs. So there you go. But if you are using him with her, I believe, do the test yourself, have a quick check, but I believe you have to put her down and then him down, because Dragon is based on her stats. So you want to make sure that she gets buffed before you produce the dragon, that sort of thing. Okay, so I believe that's the way around you need to do it, but have a quick check of that yourself. Right, first one done. Right, so next up we've got Cassiel. Now plenty of people have said he does require a buff, so this is the changes they've made to it. So I mean, I don't have him, so I don't know. This is what he had before, and this is what it now reads now. The bit they've added on is this bit at the bottom: when no enemies are within the ultimate range, restores 20 rage, an extra 20 rage per second. So I don't know, good, bad, whenever there isn't anyone in. I'm assuming that's 20 rage he's getting all the time if there's no one in range. So we'll motor around to his ultimate much more often. So possibly a good change there for him. But again, like I said, I don't have him. So the next one is Fortified Blessing, which is his next passive as well. So we've had a change here. So this is what it did read before. Now there's just a bit on the bottom, does not share fatal damage. So I assume there was an issue with him dying, and now there isn't. So there you go. That's the changes to his skills. We'll go over to his awakenings. Then his awakening 1 has also been adjusted. So now where it used to have when no enemies are within ultimate range, restores 20 extra rage per second, that's now in his passive. And then we've now got when consuming the divine sigil, increases attack by 5% for 20 seconds, and that can stack up to 3 times for him as well. Okay, so that is the change that he's had. Moving on, then awakening 4 he's had adjusted. So before his penetration, he's now got crit damage instead. And then lastly, we've got awakening 5. So now this is what we've got here. His shield now scales off his attack rather than his HP is what it used to be. Okay, so there we go. That's the changes for him. But lastly, before we go, actually, there is this. Now, I'm assuming they're doing this in order, so this is affected by him. So, skill bug fixes a fixed issue where some talent promotion effects were unlocked early. Jane. I don't think it affected most people. I think most people would have just unlocked it anyway. Fixed an issue where stun effect from divine retribution occasionally failed to take effect. So, apparently they've been fixed as well. Now, next hero. Now this isn't so much of a buff, to be honest. This is more of a fix, so don't panic too much. Frozen Crown. So this is what they said. They fixed an issue where the shield duration for Frozen Crown, oh blimey, was inaccurate at skill level 4 or higher. So I presumed you weren't getting that additional 3 seconds for it as well. Okay, so there you go. Apparently that has now been fixed for those of you lucky enough to pull. I didn't. Now the next one, we're just going to scoot out of this. It's down in the hero classes because it affects all Tacticians. So we just jump in here, and it's easier if I just show. We jump onto Nightmare, have a quick fight here, and this is what they've changed in it. So if we go to playtest, we just jump in here, and this is a class issue change for Tacticians. Just place you down, change that, and then what they said is here, displacement skill optimized. After the update, the Tactician heroes can adjust their deployment direction when casting skills on the current location. So there's his ultimate ready there. So if I come on here and cast his ultimate, I can now select the same square he's on and just change the direction that he's from. Okay, there we go. I can now just change direction and still stay on that same square, which is quite a nice little change. All right, here we go. The next one's to do the Chaos factions. So all of them have got this. We'll just pick this one up. So we'll pick Garn up here, and then we will just pop this up. There we go. So this is what it was before. Okay, so it's that second sentence within the Lord skill, increases faction team members damage and penetration based on the HP lost. So this all remains the same. So the damage 60%, that's the same as it was before. It's done at a 30% loss of HP. That's before. The bit that's added on is the penetration, the 20% penetration for your heroes, and that's on the Lord skill there. And also if we bring on up here, we'll see damage penetration. There we go. There's his penetration part there added in as well. So they've done it with him as well. And not only him, I quite like this, to be honest. They've also remembered to do the Epic Lord as well, which I think it's nice to remember. Just there you go. HP lost. So his is less. Yeah, so he gets less, but at least I remember to add the penetration in for him, so he only gets 10% penetration, and the damage is at 40% as well. Okay, so other than that, there's a small difference there, but it's good that they did remember him as well. Okay, so next we're back into the Northerners, and Northerners are getting a bit of a power boost, aren't they? Let's get in. Who's next on this? Here he comes. Now, question, will he be about for Valentine's? Who knows? Are we drawing him again for Valentine's? Right, so he's got this talent, Deep Descent, and this is the part that's been changed. So this is what it now reads. This is what it used to read. Okay, this is what it reads now. That's what it used to read. Okay, it goes on for the 15 seconds as before, but now he enters this independent HP, starts at 35% instead of the 65% that it used to be. But now he also gains a shield equal to 50% of his max HP, 15 seconds. Very northerny. Sort of gaining that shield. So the one Chaos Strike is triggered and fixed 50% slow for 3 seconds. That's the same as well. And when receiving fatal damage in this state, he exits the state. But now instead of getting the HP boost that he was going to get there, he now gets a shield 50% of max HP for 15 seconds. Okay, so that's the change he's had. But also on him, yeah. So this is a change done to his artifact. Now it doesn't give the range. I don't have the hero. I might have the artifact, but it's no use looking at that. It just says it extends the range, but I don't know by how much. So have to wait and see how much we've actually got out of that, or how much you've got out of it. I don't have him, but maybe this Valentine's he'll be about, and I'll get him. Who knows? Okay. Next, I think this is nice. Maybe there's a push towards this, and that would be good news. I'll be happy with that. So. It's not just her that's well, it is just her that's getting a buff, but I quite like the buff that they're putting in, or at least the way they're thinking about this. So this is what the ultimate did, and this is what it now does. Okay, so there's very little change. It's just the last bit at the end now. Damage to one enemy in range, inflicts burning on it. I mean, absolutely fantastic. It's an Inferno champion. They should inflict burning. Next change is the first of her passive. So Rift Resonance. This is what it reads now. This is what it used to read. So when Star Strike Meteorite hits, increases attack, for 15 seconds, dispels one buff. Now it's slightly changed, the word is changed. So when the ultimate is triggered, increases hero's attack by, and it does the same stuff for 15 seconds. When Starfall's Meteor hits, it dispels one debuff from the target. So you get the attack now when you trigger the ultimate, and the dispel when the meteorite lands. So hopefully that will increase the meteorite damage. Is that right? get it then, and then there's a delay, and then you'll get the meteorite extra damage. Who knows? I think that's my assumption. So hopefully that will work out quite well. Now on to her awakening. So awakening 1 has been changed. Extended the duration of all cosmic rifts by 8 seconds. So we still get that. But now the ultimate mimic by each cosmic rift can inflict 1 extra type of burning on the target. And remember, when you do the old burning, it can coexist from different sources can coexist. Okay, so you get different stacks of it. So I think there's 2, isn't there? So you should get the one that she does from it and those 2. Would that be right? So you should get 3 in total. There we go. Right, so the A3, I really like this. Let's get it up here because this is nice and easier to see. They've just added a cheeky little sentence in here, which I think is fantastic. So this is what it read before. But up here, where reaches full stacks, boom, and then they've added a little bit in here, okay? So between comma to comma, increases ultimate damage against shielded targets by 100%. And then it's back to the damage dealt by, which is what she normally had. So very possible, very helpful for the Infernal faction trials when you've got those mobs coming around. I think she now could play a major role in this, okay? So fingers crossed that's what it's there for, and we'll have to see how that goes. But it is an A3 ability. And lastly, we're down on to her Awakening 5. There we go there. And then if we have a look at it, it used to be just the 70% magic resistance, reduces the target's rage regen by 15%. Okay, so now when Starfall is triggered, she gains crit damage by 50% for 10 seconds, and additionally Starstrike ignores 80% as opposed to the 70 as well. Okay, so nice little changes to her, I feel. Right, the next part that they've brought up is this. So they fixed an issue where some faction exclusive gear and variant gear did not take effect on certain heroes in specific circumstances. The only one that I know of is Xena, and that was fixed in the last patch, so I don't really know what that's about. They fixed an issue where Eileen's basic attack occasionally failed to heal allies in extreme situations. No idea what that means. No idea whatsoever. Extreme situations. She base jumping at the time she was trying to perform a basic heal and then it doesn't work. I don't know. But I thought you either did the basic heal or you didn't. But there we go. Apparently in extreme circumstances it doesn't. All other circumstances it worked fine. Next part is on Guild Wars, but it doesn't take effect yet. They've added a winning streak bonus points mechanism in the Guild Wars, which is fine. Achieving a winning streak will grant extra guild point rewards. This takes effect from the next season, so that is quite a long way off before we get that, but it's something to think about. Whether that includes attacking not the enemy, but the little base camp with bots, I don't know, but it doesn't say it doesn't. So would people just be trying to attack that? Who knows? Right, the next part. This is a big update. Right, next part. We'll cover some of this. So come into raids here. Gear raid. I'll pick gear raid 1 for example. Right. There's an extra bit up here, there's an extra piece down here, and this is what the blurb says. Okay, right. Added a quick clear feature. After the update, quick clear will be available for campaign, normal, hard, expert, promotional raids, resource raids. Okay, so that's gold and XP. Gear raids, artifact material raids, faction trials. Commanders can obtain quick clear attempts via in-game features and events. Hasn't expanded much on that, but we'll cross that in a second. Additionally, 10 free quick clear attempts are available daily. So they're available daily and they do disappear. So these are your daily ones down here. So we're just going to click on the quick clear. 10 attempts left. Let's just do, oh no, we've only got enough for 2. Okay, I've only got enough for 2. So this is how it actually works. You get 1, there you go, 2, there we go. That's our quick clear done. All right, there we are. That's it. That's how quick clear works. And we're now down to 8. I recorded this at reset. Okay, so as you can see, I used up 2 yesterday. and then at reset, boom, I just go up to the 10. You don't get an additional 10, so you can't store them down here. Okay, just bear that in mind. You can store them up here, so you can see I've got 0 out of a boatload. But if I come out here, one of the places they are now available is here. So we collect here, we can now see that we get quick clear tickets 10. So I now own 10 of them, and then I should, when I come back into the gear raids, I should now see up in here I own 10. So they are going to be stored for me and can keep growing, but my quick clear daily ones, they are not. So just bear that in mind when you're using your stuff. Okay, so a quick cut in from future me as well. They've also added these to the dailies as well, so you get 5 daily as well. Okay, right, so the next part is we've got some achievements been added. Let's go to the battle part. Oh my dear God, I need to do some work on this, don't I? So just down here we can see clear stage 13 of 2 gear dungeons. Okay, so there we go. That has now been added on. You can have a quick look. Added achievement, dungeon dominator, clear gear dungeon 1 stage 13, 2 stage 13, and receive the legendary hero soulstone. And then they've also added in for supreme arbiters directly below it. Okay, so that's for clearing up to and including stage 18. So they've added achievement related to trial of the exoterrence, and they've added the trial of the exoterrence faction trials up to stage 18, and we can just see it in there as well. Okay, so that's been chucked in with the patch. Now the other thing they've added in, and we're going to try it now, improve the Tide onslaught rewards. After wave 151, rare demon soldier shards are replaced by legendary demon shards. So we haven't collected this for today, so let's go in Tide. We need to do some work on this. Yeah, cheers for that. So where are we? Claiming loot. Let's go. So above 151. 100. You can still see the demon shards coming up for the rares and things, can't we? There's an epic one. Epic one. So I didn't get any, but apparently you can. There we are. So you don't get them all the time. Now, another change that's coming in. I don't see this being a big difference, to be honest, but Honor's Gauntlet. This is the change they've made to it. They've optimized reward claiming requirements for Honor's Gauntlet. The requirement for weekly matches and weekly victory chests have been reduced from 20 to 15. But if you can't get a match, or it's taking minutes to get a match, then it's not worth it. And I don't know. I think there's a lot more that needs to be done than that. I don't think that's enough to make this usable, viable content. I don't know. We'll see. But there is a new season coming on Monday for the Forerunner, so be interesting. Hopefully they've done more than that, and when the new season opens we get loads of information. That would be the ideal, but we'll have to wait and see on that. Right, nearly there. Oh, good cup of tea. Right, optimizer quick clear logic for Tower of Deception, and so you can now quick clear the boss and hidden chamber stages as well, so that's fantastic news after achieving a full star completion of the corresponding stage. Okay, so that's absolutely brilliant news. Now the other thing they've done is this here. So they've optimized the awakening feature. After meeting the requirements, 3-star and 4-star heroes can be awakened to max level. So if we just scoot over and we can grab any old hero, it doesn't make any difference. There's one there. There we go. Idril would do. And then if we come down to awakens, we can see we've now got quick awaken there. Now obviously she doesn't qualify because she's already maxed out, but there you go, there's a quick awakening function there, but that is not on any legendaries. All right, good news as well, they've optimized usage reminders for important items, added a confirmation selection or step when using legendary hero soulstones and unpolished soulstones. So I think that's quite nice in case you accidentally use them when you don't want to. So that is quite a nice quality of life change. Nice to see they're doing those. Just those little things there just make life a little bit easier. We've also had this arrive as well. So optimize the display for guild quest completion status. So we go to guild, guild quests. If I claim that, there we go. We can see it's nicely claimed now. There we go. So that's nice. That's nice. Isn't that pretty? That's good. Okay, next one, and hopefully you can help me out with this one because I don't see it. Update skill hero status for some heroes. So there's this. I mean, I don't know. Am I missing something? There, I don't know. I'm not sure what it refers to or means. There you go. That's right. Really like that. I didn't know this one. This was something else that I didn't know either. Right, so if I come here and jump onto this piece of gear, we come down to transmute now. So this, I think this is the change anyway. So this is what it says. So if we just get this up, optimize the generation rules for secondary attributes of certain two-piece sets, which I didn't get first. So credit where credit's due. It was someone else in the cluster. They spotted this or said, is it this? So if I have a look at this now, I can now see on the weapon you have a chance to transmute to crit damage. The downside to this obviously is you've now got a 1 in 5 chance of getting something you wanted as opposed to a 1 in 4. So if you took normally you wouldn't have that there, so you had a 1 in 4 chances, and now you've got mildly less chance, but you can get better stats for it. Okay, and then that is the same also for the chest as well. You can get attack speed. Okay, there we go. So on your transmute gems that we now get more of, apparently you can now do that. So I think that's a fantastic little change. Okay, even with the slight drop in percentage going from 25 to 20%, but there we go. And then lastly, they fixed an issue where gear and artifact data was not recorded or was not saved in auto fight records for void and nightmare boss stages. After the update, commanders must clear the stage again to update their auto fight record. So that's it done. Oh, and I'm almost at the bottom of my tea as well, so that's timed out very well. There we go. I think we've covered everything. Heroes, Maverick, yeah. Cassiel, yes. Awakenings, skill bug fixes, yes. Riven, tactical class, yeah. Sorry, tacticians. Abu, Lyra, yes. What else have we done? Guild Wars next seasons. Quick clear added. New achievement for exterrence, exterrence added, tied rewards we didn't get, honours gauntlet, yes, optimise quick clear for tower, yes, optimise awakening future, yes, reminders, yes, guild quests, yes, status, optimize generation secondary attributes, yes, and fix an issue where guild and artifact, yes. So right, I think that is everything covered. Thank you very much for your time. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you give it a thumbs up, like, subscribe, helps me out massively. I'll see you all in the video again soon. Cheers, goodbye.